What is going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony two times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. I appreciate the love and support. If you rocking out with the channel, be sure to like, comment, share. If you're not feeling the content, send somebody over that might be feeling the content. So check this out, right? Today we're gonna talk about Dante Bailey, also known as Gutta, aka the Godfather, aka Almighty. Now, Dante is from the Windsor Mill area of Baltimore, Maryland. That's like Northwest Baltimore to be exact. He also had ties to Baltimore County. Now, they called him the Godfather because he was one of the leaders of the Murderland Mafia Peru, MMP. That's what they called themselves. Now, they are offshoot of the blood gangs that formed after 28 members of the Treetop Peru fraction of the Bloods got arrested in 2008. They was responsible for a lot of hits in the city. So Gutta took over around about 2012 to 2017. Now they was out here doing a lot of things. They was out here intimidating witnesses, setting up cells, a lot of shootouts, a lot of intimidation, extortion, you name it, these boys was doing it. Now they formed their thing like the mob. That's why Gutta was called the Godfather. They had underbosses, you had capos, you had soldiers, everything. They paid dues in order to get things like ammunition and blickies for the squad. Y'all know how that go. And Gutta was so ruthless, like even his own MMP members, if they ain't pay their dues, he got them knocked off. Now Gutta got a little cocky with it. You know, he started doing music and he started rapping in the videos about what they really was doing. So of course, Baltimore City Police got right on their trail. Plus, there was a lot going on in the area of the city. Now, Windsor Mill and Forest Park, that's right off I-70. That's a highway that come from Western Maryland. So it said that a lot of people was coming from far out all over Maryland to get the good product from these guys. But a lot of their product was knocking people off. People was ODing and stuff like that. So that made them even hotter. Once the feds got on them, they got paranoid within their own squad and they started watching each other. Where Gutta was sending out hits telling other members to knock off other members because he felt like they was ratting or they wasn't following the code right. They had a book they had to follow, and if any rule was broke, it was different consequences. Now, the highest consequence was getting you knocked off. That's what they did when they thought you was cooperating with the police and stuff like that. Now, Gutta went hard. You know, he was doing his thing. He was out here getting money. He was feeding his squad. He actually wrote a screenplay. Y'all peep this. Talking about all the events that happened. Like real life stuff. Everything that was in the play that he wrote, the police found, actually happened. So he basically solved their case for him when you think about it. So all these members, man, they was out here just in the streets, just wreaking havoc on everybody. Every time they did a hit, they got different tattoos. Some people got lightning bolts and other things. Gutta himself had a few lightning bolts on his face. They was at this gas station right there on Windsor Mill and Forest Park. They used to call that headquarters. The BP gas station, which got shut down. They just reopened it not too long ago. But the gas station was so hot, the police couldn't do nothing but shut it down. So after the indictments came, it was 25 members actually who got indicted. Now, I'm gonna do a whole separate video on the squad. This video right here is just about the head honcho, the Godfather. This about Dante. But the squad was wild. Like, they was wild. It's so much information and so much stuff that they did. It's really like a real life movie. But when Dante Bailey got arrested, of course, he faced racketeering, running a criminal enterprise, murder, attempted murder, distribution charges, trafficking, anything you can name, he faced these charges. Now, when he went to court for the last time and got his life sentence in 2019, they even found 2 razor blades in his shoes then. So he was already prepared to go to war, stuff like that. Now, they was beefing over their neighborhood with rival gang members and stuff like that. That's why they ran it with an iron fist. When the police swooped in and jammed them up and searched Gutta home and other members' home, they found over 47 blickies. So these dudes weren't playing, they was ready for war. The only thing about this situation that really tripped me out, not the fact that they was out here doing all this, but the fact that they was really putting it in the music. They was going on social media, taunting their rivals, talking about people that got hit, talking about raising the murder rate high, stuff like that. They was just saying a little bit too much. And also when Gutta wrote that play, like, I don't know what made him do that. I understand when you live in that life and you trying to make it out, you trying to figure out a way to make it out. I guess he felt like if he ever made it out, he can put that play out. But you basically solved the police case for them. A lot of these dudes weren't young either. Dante was 40 years old at the time he was convicted. A lot of these dudes was 30, 28. So these weren't no babies. They was really aware of what they was doing. Now, I understand what comes with the street life, and I'm sure he did too. So, you know, he took his time on the chin like a real general. That's all you can do when you out here doing all that. You can't cry about it. If you out here putting in that pain and putting in that work like that, then you got to take that time. Now, the only thing I don't understand, Dante was doing a lot of this stuff himself. I mean, he had hitters and people like that, but like one incident, he got one of his homeboys to ride him to a house of a dude that he thought had something to do with his homeboy getting knocked off. Come to find out, that wasn't even the situation, where Dante blicked him in his head and dude passed away. So at the end of the day, you just knocked off an innocent dude over some he say, she say. Now, that ain't the good part of the game. That's the part of the game where you gotta check yourself and see what you're doing. When you going out here knocking people off and you in this kind of lifestyle, you gotta make sure it makes sense, and everything should be about money. It shouldn't be about nothing else if you out here trying to feed your squad. Now, the thing I don't understand about getting your own members knocked off, if the code of silence or the thing about the squad is to be deep and make sure you got enough people to go to war and make sure you got enough people to make money, you going backwards. You knocking your people off. Now, if they rat, I understand. But at the end of the day, a lot of these dudes wasn't even in paperwork. They just weren't following protocol how he felt as though they should. So yeah, man, this the story about MMP, the Murderland Mafia, Peru, you know what I mean? This is just Dante Bailey part of the story. Like I said, I'm gonna have a part 2 talking about the whole squad, talking about everything that went on. This public information, I shouldn't have to tell y'all that, man. Y'all already know, man. So yeah, leave your comments below. If you're new to the family, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell. I love y'all. I appreciate the love and support. Hit that join button. Love, gang.